Like,
I'm not gonna say you look horrible.
Your confidence is
like you can do better.
Your whole night's Welcome to the OHoney podcast,
where you get the sticky and the sweet with Sommer
and Amanda and Mark.
Hey! I feel like your catchphrase should be OHoney.
It is.
Yeah.
I can't say it like that. I try to say
We're
it
like,
cute. I'm
honey.
He says it so good.
Yeah. Well,
I think you need to be a
his
regular.
is a little unique. So Mark is a cinematographer. He's an entertainer, A-list celebrity.
A-list celebrity, yes.
Yeah.
Many of you may know
Male
me.
dancer.
Only at night.
Find him at
Only
Chippendale.
at midnight.
Yeah.
But no, Mark, I met you through Logan.
Logan, yeah.
And that was like a long time ago.
4 years ago, I moved out here and I slept in Logan's
Was it
closet for a
only
year.
4 years ago?
Yeah.
I feel like it was longer than
No,
that.
it's only been 4 years.
Oh, right, because that was when he was in the 1600 Vine building.
I was a little closet goer.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
slept in Logan's closet.
Wow.
The
Yeah.
struggle was super real.
The come up was
But
real.
I came out of the closet
Yeah.
and I'm good now.
Well, that's good.
So you're living, are you living with George now?
Yeah, me and George. So
Yeah.
I met George
George
5
Shanko.
years ago, yeah, when I
Yeah.
met Logan. So
Yeah.
we've been living together, but our lease is up soon, so we're probably not gonna be living together.
Oh, thank God, right?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
Did you guys argue a lot at all?
We've
living
had a
together?
few arguments.
Yeah.
Obviously, he would live with me through my relationship, so that was interesting for him. But yeah, we've argued a few times, like
Yeah.
screamed at each other. But you know, we get over it in like
Get
5
it out
minutes.
of your system.
But
That's the
guys
best
always
way.
get over fights so quick. Like girls have fights, they never talk to each other again, and they hate each other for life.
Well-
and then guys like beat each other up, and they're like, okay,
Yeah,
we're cool
yeah.
now.
Except you and I, like on our podcast, like we argued, but we
You guys argued on the
It's
podcast?
not really fights.
yeah.
But we're mostly like.
But usually girls would hear like hold a grudge though.
Yeah,
But-
of course. Me and George
but-
were on our way to Cheesecake Factory one time, and we were like in an argument on the way. And by the time the bread came out, we were like, all right, dude, we're good.
But that's I don't know, cause like that's how my sister and I are too. Like we'll fight.
Yeah, it's like sibling love.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
then,
what I am with my siblings. Like
Yeah.
I forget that I hate them. I'm like,
yeah, you just get you let it all out, and then you're like, all right. Well,
We have no choice. You grew
Yeah.
up together.
Yeah, you're like,
it's not
I
like
have
I'm
to
gonna
be-
never talk to you again.
yeah, it's
you
not
know?
like it's really you
Yeah.
can really disown them because
Yeah.
it's like I'm gonna see you again like at Christmas.
it's like, well, you have to be here.
Yeah.
This is life. Yeah.
It's just kind of a part of my life forever. So
Yeah. I
that's
mean,
how me and Amanda are. Like we can't really hate each other.
How'd
We
you
have this
guys meet?
podcast.
how did Summer and I meet?
Yeah.
We met through Instagram.
Oh, who slid
Yeah.
in the DMs?
I don't know. I probably slid in your. Did I slide in yours?
I think you might have.
I
was
slid
like,
in
whoa.
Summer's DMs.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
I
then we
think-
actually met, and then we're like, wow.
But we've
We should
known
start
of
a
each other
podcast.
for years. So
Yeah, and then we
like,
never like hit each other
Yeah.
up. 'Cause,
I
like,
feel like that's
we're
just
scared.
like everyone on Instagram is like, oh, yeah, I know them. So
Yeah.
like I met a few people at Coachella, and I was like, I mean, I feel like I've met you because I just see
We
your
were
Instagram.
talking about that the other day. You know, you see people in person, and then you're
Yeah.
like, do I say hi?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Do I act like I know them, or do I act
Yeah.
like I've never seen them before because we
Yeah.
haven't actually met?
I
Like, what do
know.
I do?
I just go up and be like, yo, what's up? Like I know them.
See,
Yeah.
girls are like me. I'm more like shy. Like I can't really just do that because I'm like that's why
Yeah.
it's like Amanda. Like I wouldn't have probably slid in her DMs because I'm bad at doing that. Amanda like doesn't give a fuck. She's
Summer
like,
just thinks everybody hates her for some reason.
Yeah, I
and
really
she
do.
just like, yeah.
Why?
yeah, Amanda's always like, be nicer to yourself, Summer. No one hates you. Just shut up. And I'm like,
It's like, no,
you
everybody
hate me."
hates me. Everybody, I'm like, why would anybody hate you?
I don't know, guys. I just have like a whole
We're
my own
working
hunch
on
for
that.
myself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
she's
figure
helping
it
me.
out. By the
That
end of this
self-love.
podcast,
Yeah.
Self-love.
What do you guys want to talk about?
We want to talk about friendships, relationships, love.
Oh,
we
so it's
kinda
not just
have
any relationship, like a friendship
Yeah.
relationship
It could
too.
be your relationship with Georgie
Oh, okay.
or Logan. How's that going?
It's going well. We actually, I mean, I feel like me and Logan were friends. Obviously, we lived together. I worked for him, and we had like a little bash, and then we kind of, for a few years, we're just like on and off.
I think
didn't
I
really see each
remember
other.
that.
Yeah. But we've actually, since I moved to Encino and he lives in Encino, we've hung out like a lot more recently.
And it's good to have that little bit of distance too.
Right,
So
yeah.
it always helps. Anytime that you're around somebody, I feel like for long periods of time every single day, like these little things start to annoy you.
Right, so like when you
Yeah.
live with someone especially, it like kind of ruins the relationship
Yeah.
to a degree, because like things will make you mad. Like I'm a very clean person and he's very like not.
See, that makes a huge difference.
Yeah, so like those, and like you said, like little things will just start to piss you off. Like they'll like chew loud and you'll be like, what the hell's wrong with you? You know, like
so
they've chewed
annoying.
loud.
Yeah.
They've chewed loud the first 2 years, but now all of a sudden like just little things
I feel like
piss
that's
you
the
off.
same with like girlfriend, boyfriend too. It's like things just
course.
start annoying you. You're like, oh my god, just get away
Yeah.
from me. Because like in the beginning, like you thought that those things were cute, and now all of a sudden it's like,
I feel like relationships, regardless if it's like dating or friendships, all have like a honeymoon stage. Even with like a bromance, I'm like, damn, this dude's awesome. But I'm sure like the more I hang out with him, the more like, I'll find something I don't like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why do we do that? Why do we find things we don't like?
Because you start to, more is revealed about a person the more you hang out with them, I feel like. So it's like you get the best parts of them in the beginning, and then
their true colors come
yeah,
out.
that's life.
Seriously.
The more you get to know them, you're like, oh.
Why'd you look at me? She's like, the more you get to know them. I'm like, don't give me
I was
that.
including you in the conversation, Summer.
George, he gives great advice all the time.
Oh my gosh, George's advice. I need to get George
He's
on
actually
here.
good at giving advice, but he says you don't truly know your significant other until you see them in court.
Oh, what?
True colors come out.
But what if you never see them in
What?
court?
Yeah.
And why would I want to see them in court?
When is George going
Well, say
to
you
court?
get like a divorce or something. You're obviously, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess what he meant by that was until like issues
Shit
arise.
hits the fan.
Yeah, it's like how people handle it and how they respond to it.
Yeah, of
So
course.
I get that. That makes sense.
Do you guys believe in horoscopes?
That's a
I
good
don't
question.
really like know a lot about it.
I know about
Like
my
the
sign.
horoscopes, like your sign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I kind of
What
do.
sign
Just
are
about
you?
mine.
What
Virgo.
sign are you? Virgo.
I'm a Libra.
Libra.
I'm just very flat
Free.
line.
Or is
Yeah.
that what is
Balance?
Libra? I'm like going from Libre.
Libra. Nacho Libre. No, yeah, I'm
So you're balanced. Tell us about ourselves. So you're Virgo.
Do you know?
I know nothing about.
Oh,
I just
I only
know
know stuff about
cancers
my own
are
sign.
emotional.
Yes. See, I'm a Cancer.
Yeah, very
get
emotional.
emotional.
I don't know how some people do it.
Yeah. Are you looking at my boyfriend over there in the corner, being like, how does he survive?
Yeah.
But I think Cancers are very loving and emotional.
Of course, yeah.
But it gets like, but they also are very closed off a little bit, and then they just let all their emotions out all of a sudden.
Yeah. I feel like, I mean, I don't know that I believe in horoscopes as much as how you're raised almost. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when I was raised in a very like reserved family, we didn't really talk about emotions. So like for me to talk about emotions is just weird for me.
Really? It makes you awkward?
Yeah, like in a relationship, I have a hard time expressing how I feel.
Oh, God, that's all guys, though.
Yeah, oh, okay.
I feel like...
It's not just me then.
No.
Like, I think it's a lot of guys.
Yeah, I think guys are just so used to, but it's probably changing because people are raising their kids differently,
Right.
too.
Because you're like taught to be a man, right?
Yeah.
Men don't show emotion. You're supposed to be strong
And if you
tough.
cry, man up.
Right,
Which
yeah.
is ridiculous.
I feel like I've cried 3 times in my life.
Yeah.
And it's all been like deaths in the family.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just not much of a...
Oh my God, you just need to cry one day. Just like go
Just
home
need
and
to
just like
cry.
feel so good coming from Cancer.
You just need to cry like once a day. Like it really makes you feel better. She has like her morning cry. She's
Yeah, I'm like, I'm better now. But
I-
no, I hold it in for a little bit and then I finally like just let it all out.
That's what I do in relationships. Like little things bug me, and then I like keep it in, and then I just like literally lash
Right.
out like
Explode.
crazy.
In one of my relationships, I literally walked in the room and she was just sitting there, and I'm like, "Why?" Like she looks so sad. And this is like, I think girls with hormones, and you know, you guys got the PMS thing going on and stuff.
It's always
You know
blamed
what?
on the PMS.
Yeah.
We can't legitimately
We'll blame it
feel
on that.
sad.
I was just like, I was like, "What's wrong? Why do you look so sad?" And she goes, "I don't know. I'm
Okay, that's the theme.
And I was like, "About what?" She's like, "I don't know." Like I was like, "What the hell is going?" This is my first ever experience with this,
Yeah.
and I was like, "What is happening?" I like panicked. I'm like, "What can I do to help you? Like, why are you sad?" And she's just like, that made her more sad.
Yeah.
Me asking, and I was just like, full-blown panic mode.
I feel like the solution to that is always just like hug and then
Yeah, just like
like ice cream or
embrace.
something?
Even if they push you away, it's just still like no.
no.
So, all right, so
Yeah.
if a girl's upset with you, because I'm very like that, I'm like, oh, like hug you, but they don't, or they're mad at you.
But you
do
gotta
you want them to hug you?
If
or
you're
do you not want them?
If you're so mad at them, yeah, I feel
No,
like
I'm not mad at them. You're mad at me.
I'm mad at you.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like if you did something messed up to me, then I don't want you. Like if I'm actually genuinely mad, I don't want you to touch me. But if it's something like stupid,
petty,
if I tell you to leave and you actually leave, I'm so mad.
Oh my gosh,
I like
never leave.
Never leave. Like when you actually, when guys actually, then all of a sudden I forget what you did, why I was mad. Now I'm just mad that you left.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't believe.
That's so.
You're
Why
not
do
gonna,
we do that?
Yeah,
though? That's
I'm
so
literally like, don't ever
stupid.
text me again. I'm waiting for my phone. I'm like, he better text me.
That's so dumb though that we do that because I do that too. I'm like,
do that.
leave, just leave, and
I'm
then
like,
he
leave.
leaves, and you're like,
I'm like throwing shit. Then he leaves. I'm like,
I'm not throwing stuff.
No, I feel like, but that goes back to like, okay, so you express your emotion, you express how you feel. You want him to leave, but you don't want him to leave.
No, it's
so
like
would
I
you
think
rather
we want
not
it, I think
express
that
how
we
you
want
feel?
it to. We want them to fight for us.
What do
So
we
it's
want?
Like, what do we want?
What do women
We're
want?
sending
want?
mixed signals. Okay.
Yeah, but you gotta read through them. Those are the guys that survive. Like you gotta.
You're acting like it's war.
Yeah.
Like for
Those
me,
are the ones that
I
survive.
always tell like I'm like, okay, if I tell you to leave, if you actually leave, I'm gonna be pissed off. And then I tell them to leave, and then they leave. I'm like, okay, but you already know that I was gonna be mad. You know that this was a trick, bitch.
You're aggressive in a relationship. I'm just like, sorry.
Okay.
Mark is like, my ex wasn't that bad.
And all of a sudden, you guys are like, oh, you want to like rekindle that because there's crazy out here.
Well, I've only been in one relationship.
In your
ever.
whole life?
Yeah, I'm 25. I've been in one like serious relationship.
Yeah.
Like I've had things, you know, like in middle school and shit.
Middle school.
In middle school.
So this is like he had one girlfriend basically.
Yeah, I mean,
One girl that said yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
No.
No, I feel like I was just like scared to be in a relationship. Every time when I was in LA, especially, like I'm from Ohio, like before you move out here, you're told like LA girls, you don't mess around with them, right? So like anytime, anytime anything got serious, I would be like, I'm really bad. When things got serious and I wasn't ready, I would just like ghost. And that's not cool.
Oh, no, you can't ghost.
Yeah, I would just
That's
like
just bad
slowly
for
stop to talk.
like
human
the worst.
emotion, yeah.
Girls are like, what's
You gotta
wrong?
show compassion, you can't ghost.
I know. Well, that becomes me not showing my emotion and
Yeah.
just like easy way out.
Yeah.
But don't take advice
I think
from me
a
on
lot of
that.
guys do that.
Yeah.
I learned not to do that.
Well, I guess on the other side of that, like the ghosting, it just like, people just are like, what just
You have
happened?
no idea. Like in your
Yeah.
head, as girls, we overthink. So we're like, just
did
they
I do?
hate
I'm
you, they think I'm ugly. Like I'm just
Yeah.
like, it was like there's so many things that go through your head and you just don't know.
Now I would just think that the guy is like
Stupid. Just kidding.
yeah, like or
an
just
asshole.
like yeah, basically. I'm like, oh well, thank God, you know,
Yeah.
that guy ghosted me because
It's very it's very interesting. I've learned that too. Like girls make assumptions or twist what you say to like fit what their mind is thinking.
yeah.
And it really messes with you.
Yeah, I guess we do cater it to what we assume.
Right.
So it's like, oh, like he's probably doing this, and then you're like, hey, I'm going out for a drink. Dun dun dun.
Yeah, exactly.
He's going to meet up with a girl.
Exactly.
In
Yeah.
our
I'm
heads,
probably-
we have all these
yeah.
scenarios. We see you walking up to the girls. We're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But
I
why
know
is
what
that?
he's doing right now.
Is that insecurity?
Yeah, that's all that
But
is.
why?
And then we also know how guys are. Sometimes
Well-
guys are kind
Well,
of bad.
sometimes girls have been like scarred by
Yeah.
relationships.
But do
I
you
think
alright,
that's
so do you
also what
think
it
that
does,
that's
past
fair?
relationships.
Yeah.
I don't think that's fair.
It's not fair.
To
Life,
bring
but
in
life
baggage,
isn't
right?
fair.
Yeah, life isn't fair. But
Yeah.
I think baggage is a bad thing. Like I think when you get out of a relationship, you need to take that necessary time to like go through pain and go through struggle to grow.
Oh yeah.
You know, like and if you don't, and if you try to like bring your baggage into another relationship or your
It
insecurities
just
and
makes it.
find someone to cover those up for you, like you're never gonna grow as a person.
That's why it's called a rebound.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's.
But when
yeah.
your rebound becomes a relationship, that's not really
Yeah.
fair to the guy because you're still thinking about your ex. You don't get like, I've been out of a relationship for several months and I still think about her.
Yeah.
So how is that fair to me to like start talking to some girl when I'm still like thinking about my ex?
Sometimes it helps you get your
Yeah.
mind off.
Well,
Like,
But
you
it's
know?
not fair to the new person, right? Because
But
what if the
maybe
new
you'll-
person's
maybe you'll
ready
start
for a
liking them
relationship?
more. Maybe you'll be like, oh my God, I didn't even love that girl
Well,
now.
that's
Compared to
why-
how much I love you.
That's why it's good, I guess, knowledge for people to have is that knowing that somebody just came out of a relationship, there's always that chance that you're the rebound, or
Right,
it's
right.
like you're basically that's why there's that term. So it's
Yeah.
like, I
It's
mean,
like
sometimes
anyone you date after a relationship is technically a rebound, so.
Yeah. Well, because sometimes aren't comfortable. Like for me, like if I'm ever out of a relationship, I want to have time to explore, be myself, find what I want, and just have like my time.
Right.
And I feel like that is necessary for people to have. But some people are totally different. They don't like being alone. So they're like, oh, I want like somebody else right away because it makes me comfortable. But it's like,
But being uncomfortable is good, in my opinion, at least.
Yeah, it makes you grow.
I think there's an exception to everything, and like everyone's different. Some people, it's just like every situation is different, and no one knows like the things. Like you could be with someone and then you find someone else and you forget about the other person and you love this person. So it's just like it's not always like technically like a rebound. Rebound is when you go and F that person and then you never talk to him again. That's to me an rebound.
Right.
Okay.
Like
well, I don't know. Some rebounds last like a month.
But every situation is different. People date people for a few months and then they are with them knowing that this is not the person they want to be with.
Right.
But they're
it's
also
convenient
with
for right
them.
now,
That's what I'm saying. That's cruel. That's
but people
so
do that. That's
unfair.
every life. It's like, oh, they don't want to be. This is fine for right now, but they're looking for other people. They're like with that person, but
You're
they're
like,
like
yo,
looking around for someone else.
I don't want to be lonely because I was just with someone for a few years. I'm gonna keep you right here, but until I find that next person, how is that? That's
It's
so
a cruel
unfair.
world.
But who does that show you, like, that you are as a person?
Yeah.
Like, you're willing to sacrifice this person's emotional.
Well, if it's not transparent, then it's really messed up.
Yeah.
Like if you're with this person, you're like, hey, like I like you, this is great, but you know, let's talk to other people at the same time and date around.
There's a lot of people right now with someone that they don't in their heart feel like they're gonna marry. Like they're like, I'm just with them for right now. Like that's just.
But that's why I haven't dated. I don't date people that, like if I see you and I hang out with you a few times and I don't think things are gonna end up like, why waste my time?
Yeah.
Like, why date someone for a month?
You're just different than a lot of people.
Yeah,
some people.
You're like, I'm just a good dude.
I think though it's like a lot of people get into relationships to learn more about what they eventually want to. So it's like more of like a dating. It's more dating. Like that's why people date is just okay. Let me explore this.
And then you figure out what you will and will not put up with.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know and you don't know what like you don't like, you never know.
Oh,
you know?
Of course. Like not being in a relationship, then being in a relationship, I was just overwhelmed with everything. I was like, I'm not used to like having to care about someone else. Like as douchey as that sounds, but like
it's the same for both sides though. Like when you're in a relationship, you're like, oh, this is so comfortable. Like life is great. Like I don't have to stress. Like I have somebody I can like lean on and rely on. But then then you look at single people and you're like, oh, like forget that. I can never like go out and have to meet new people all the time, like engage in new conversations. It's just tiring, or just like it's stressful. Like I don't want to be sleeping around with people.
Right.
And then there's the other side of it where single people are like, this is fun, life is great. Relationship, then I have to worry about this one person all the time.
They all have their pros and cons, because I was at Coachella and I saw a couple there and they were fighting, and I'm like, God, I don't miss the fact that like I have to worry about arguing right now. I can just have a good ass time. And then there's obviously other times where I'm sitting in bed alone, you know, crying, watching The Notebook, and I'm like, damn, I really wish someone was on my shoulder.
Or you're at
right
the
now.
festival and you're watching like couples like, you know, keep together too.
Yeah.
And then you watch people just like partying, just living their single life.
Right.
So it's like both sides. It's kind of just what you want.
Yeah.
How do you prevent getting too comfortable in a relationship to the point where you gain a lot of weight and you're just like chilling and being lazy all the time?
That's always, I feel like every single relationship, always in the beginning,
gain a little bit of weight.
You don't care about anything else. You only want to eat and you only want to be with that person.
You're just going on dates, like ice cream, dinner.
You don't talk
Just
to anyone
ordering
else. You don't talk
in.
to any of your friends. You don't care about anything else.
Why is that?
It's because you're ordering in food and you're watching TV.
But why? All right, so here's my
You're
question.
getting like used to that person. You want to spend every waking second with them.
You just order some Postmates.
Why do
the
we,
honeymoon.
when we get in a relationship, why do we kind of push our friends away who have been there from the start and solely focus on this person that we haven't known our entire lives?
Yeah.
But we're like, oh, I like you.
I think it's a lifestyle. So it's like sometimes our friends like
want to go out and party, and now you have a girlfriend. And you don't want to go out and party and go to the club. You want to be home with your girlfriend.
and they're hungover during the day, and then you're like, hey, I'm up early, you want to go for a hike? And they're like dying. So it's like,
And when you're in a relationship and you have friends that aren't, so now like when I have a boyfriend, all my friends have boyfriends. You know, that's who I hang out with.
Summer loves double dates.
Yeah, that's all I want to do. But then when I'm single, all my friends don't have boyfriends, because then we go out and do things. So and then my girl friends who don't have boyfriends, I don't hang out with, because they want to go do things that I'm not interested in, because it's like I'm not trying to go
I don't
out
think
and
you have
party
to
and stuff.
push people away though. Like
No, I'm like literally love them all. I'm still friends with all of them.
But then when we get out of the relationship, we like hit them up and we're like, hey, I haven't talked to you in 2 years, but you want to go chill?
Like, hey,
let's be best
asshole.
friends again. They're like, hey. But most of them are just like, okay, let's do it.
I know,
Because
right?
I think they understand, because they do it. It's just like humans.
Those
like,
are the
I feel
true
like it
friends.
happens.
Yeah. I
Like
mean,
if
I
it's-
still hang out with Batch all the time.
Right.
And he's
I still
single
hang
as
out
ever.
with a lot of my friends
Like,
too, but we just don't do. You go to the club and stuff for them a lot.
Not a lot. Like sometimes he doesn't really go to the clubs that much. He'll like go to bars and stuff, and I'll go and.
Yeah, do you
hang
think
out.
it's more that the people in the relationship push the friend away, or the friend doesn't want to be like the third wheel?
I think it's
Maybe
the
a both.
third wheel.
I think it's a little bit of both, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Like I haven't experienced it where my boyfriend pushes my friends away, but like I'm sure some do. But I don't know. I think it's on the friend too, of like, okay, these two are cuddling all the time. Like
They probably feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I hate PDA.
Yeah, me too, the worst.
I'm like, especially like when it's people around that are just by themselves, and then it's you and your significant other, and then you guys are just like all like making out with each other or something, and then your friends just, or even just like over cuddling in front of like some. I feel like I just feel other people's emotions, I guess, and I'm like.
You feel like they think they're like left out or
Yeah,
like awkward.
so I'm like, I'll be like here and then worried about them over there. So I'm like, oh, like let me cater to you. So you're not awkward.
How important is it to like I don't really care about this, like the girl meeting my parents. Is this like a big deal for you guys?
I think so. I would be a little bit
like-
weird if I met somebody's parents like first
Oh,
thing.
I could take a girl home the first day and introduce my parents.
Yeah. I'd be like, it makes it special if it's delayed in my mind, like mentally. If it's delayed, it makes it special for me. But then if it's like right away, I'm like, oh, it's just like casual, whatever. Like I don't overthink it, but like if something's like, oh, you're gonna meet my mom soon, and then they word it like that, then I'm like, okay.
It's like pressure, right?
Yeah.
I feel like it's more chill if you're just like, oh yeah, by the way, my parents are in town. If you want, like, I
Yeah.
want you to come over and meet them. It's so chill, casual.
It just depends what the
think it's
culture
like,
is, the
you know,
family.
When it's like guys are like, I've never let anyone get introduced to my parents. It
Yeah.
like makes you feel
So you
like,
feel
oh,
special.
so
Yeah, my
I
mom
like-
is sacred.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, like I must be special and like mom and dad worthy.
Oh, honey, it's time for a sweet message from our sponsor, Raycon. It's 2019. Everyone needs a great pair of wireless earbuds, but before spending all of your savings on a pair, you need to check out the wireless earbuds from Raycon. Raycon earbuds start at about half the price of any other premium wireless earbuds on the market, and they sound just as amazing. I use mine at the gym, on long runs, and even when I'm traveling. They are so comfortable and super easy to use. This company was actually co-founded by Ray J, and celebrities like Snoop Dogg and Cardi B are already obsessed. Raycon's E50 wireless earbuds are my go-to as well. Unlike some of your other wireless options, Raycon earbuds are both stylish and discreet, with no dangling wires or stems. And of course, they don't just look great, they sound great too. I just love the magnetic case as well and how the earbuds so easily just pop right in. Raycon offers their wireless earbuds for everyone in a range of colors and at an unbeatable price. And you guys know I love giving you guys the hookup, so just go to buyraycon.com/honey to get 20% off your order. That's buyraycon.com/honey for 20% off Raycon wireless earbuds. If you've been eyeing a pair, now is the time to get this amazing deal. One more time, that's buyraycon.com/honey, HONEY.
We're going straight into the honey pot, so
What's the honey pot?
you're about to find out. All right, here we go. First question.
Who's asking this, by the way?
It's
The
people that
like
write
anonymous.
into the
Oh,
email.
okay, got it.
So I'm a senior. Wait. I'm in my senior year of high school, and as I get closer to graduation, I realize that I have less in common with my friends, aka the people that I've grown up with. I'm starting to think that my group of friends were really just people who I was forced to be with every day. We may not have the same interests anymore. Is it okay to phase out people after I graduate, or is that messed up? For example, one of my best friends, we used to have a lot in common, like our favorite shows, music, and so many inside jokes. As we've gotten older, though, I've realized that she is kind of lazy and not as motivated as I am. I feel like she wants to stay in her hometown and date people we've known forever, and I just want to fly away and go to bigger and better things. Do I need to stay friends with my friends, or should I say bye? And if so, how do I do that without seeming like I am better than them? It's not like I think I am, we just don't have a future in common. Oof.
This is very similar to my life. Like, this was everything that happened in my life because I was just different, right? I never wanted to stay in my hometown. And I have kids still to this day getting married to kids in my hometown. And I'm like, yo, there's a whole world out there of people you've never met before. Yeah. But I guess you share a lot in common, obviously, with the people you grew up with. You values, you know everybody. You're from a town that knows everyone. I think for me, the easiest thing was I just had a bigger dream. Like, I wanted to do more with my life. So, and I feel like I was popular in middle school, right? Mm-hmm. And then freshman year, I was popular. But then sophomore year, I didn't make the sports team. So like,
so
I wasn't,
lost it all.
Literally.
Really?
Like, I wasn't popular
lost all
anymore.
your chips.
Yeah, because I wasn't on the sports team. I wasn't an athlete anymore. So the athletes, you know, goes back to having stuff in common. Like, they go to baseball practice, but I'm not at baseball practice. So like, they don't hang out with me anymore. So I was like a misfit. And I hung out with kids that, when I was like the failed athlete, I hung out with my friend who was like really into tech, and another friend that was really into like landscaping, and he like cutting trees down. Like, and then I just was there. So for me, like, getting out of there it was more of like, I want to prove everyone here that I wasn't popular enough that I can be popular. Mm-hmm. So like, it was like a little chip on my shoulder, so it was easy for me, but
it's motivating.
Yeah, of course. It was like, all right, you guys are going to be stuck in this town for the rest of your lives, and I'm going to go live out my dream and like do whatever I want, you know? So I think do what you want to do, and I think don't let other people hold you back, and I think that's the biggest thing that holds everyone back into like moving to a new city or even coming to Los Angeles, is this dream that no one can attain. Like, especially from a small town in Ohio, like, you're never gonna go to Hollywood and like do anything with your life.
You're like, watch me.
Isn't it like proving people wrong like the biggest motivation?
Oh, it's the best.
So weird.
That's
like,
why projection is so amazing, because people
it's like
tell
that
you
extra
no.
fire. It's like
You're like, okay, I won't do this because you rejected me, but I will one up this with something else.
And then you'll
like,
wish
that,
you didn't reject me, and you'll wish you were still my friend, and you'll wish
and then you'll hit me up,
and that's
I'll
the
say, my
best.
rate is this.
I'm gonna be like, who are you?
Right, but that's the best reward. It's like when you go back and everyone's like, whoa, like, see, you're killing it out there. It's like,
yeah, you check your DMs.
Yeah, you're like, all right, where were you like 3 years ago?
Isn't it funny how like people
you know?
in high school, people who like have read, like literally maybe walk past them in the high school like hallway, they think, oh, I know her. Oh my God, we are so friends. Like I'm like, who are you? Like not even being mean, like literally like I don't even know you. Like maybe we were in a class together, but we weren't friends. Like if anything, you hated me. I'm like, what the hell?
Like even I was in a sorority in college, and I was at so whatever sorority, right? And then I
Kappa
told
Gamma.
No.
You such a sorority girl.
I wasn't though. I was like literally the worst sorority girl. Yeah. I hated I can't be super girly like that. So it's like it was hard for me to get into, but I just wanted the college experience. So like I had to pay for everything growing up, my car, my phone, college, like I had 3 jobs. And I was like, let me add a sorority onto that. So I basically went for the free food from because you get free lunch and dinner too. So I was like, all right, I'll just go in. And I literally only went to eat the food, and then I went to some parties. Yeah. And that was my sorority experience. But when I did my Playmate Centerfold in 2011 and went and shot that, I got an email from them saying, please don't mention that you were part of
Wow.
our sorority. And I'm like, wow, like sisterhood, what?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
geez. I was
once
like,
you do something against the book, like,
yeah.
yeah.
But then I started growing a following for like doing my comedy videos and doing like modeling with guests and like all that stuff. And then, so then they reached out again and they were like, all right, hey, do you mind
Donating
mentioning?
money?
Yeah, that's, no, they wanted me to mention the sorority and like put in my, like tag them and like, hey, by the way, we're having this event. We would love if you could
Right.
come. I'm like, no.
I think, and yeah, to answer his question, how do you go about doing it? I think, dude, you're already on the right track of like already having, or girl, whoever it is, having the mindset of like wanting to go on and do better things. And I think honestly, you sit here and say you don't want to like think you're better than everyone else, but you got to. Like you got to, in my opinion, like you
gotta
have to have
that
confidence.
Yeah.
You have to think you're better than everyone else, because
Yeah, I would say, yeah, I mean, not in a way putting down other
of
people.
course, don't
but-
tell them, but think it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like,
I think
Feel like
there's
I
like
can do
two
this
different
really well.
personalities. There's a type of person that is okay with going to a 9-to-5 job, living
Yeah.
life, doing like me.
There's
like,
nothing wrong
we,
with that.
We're not okay with that. But most
Yeah.
like 90% of the people we went to school with are okay with that. It's just,
exactly.
but we need those people that are okay because we can't all just move
Yeah.
to LA and all
Yeah.
do this stuff. So
Right.
we need the different personalities.
But that comes like the different interests too.
Yeah,
like,
no, it's just like, yeah, we're all different. We want different things. Like some people are okay with like me. It's like, no, I'm like, oh, there's a whole world out there. Some people are like, no, this is my world. And I'm okay with that.
Right.
I'm content with that.
of course.
Yeah.
Like
Those
my
are
brother.
different
My
people.
brother, you know, goes
My
to
whole,
work.
my whole
Yeah,
whole
whole
family
family,
is like
yeah.
fine with that. They're like,
But I
okay,
think
so
don't
we're
let
gonna
other
have fun.
people hold you back in what you want to do, because you are living your life. So why let someone else figure that out for you? You know.
No, exactly.
mic drop.
Mic drop.
So they should, I would say though, it's okay to have friendships with people that aren't so,
Oh, I still talk to people from my high school,
depth,
but only
yeah.
my boys. You
Yeah.
know? Like, and
but it doesn't have to be, you don't have to talk to somebody every single day.
Right.
You don't have to have expectations for friendships. I think the best friendships are the ones that have zero expectations.
right. Like I haven't talked to my friend in 6 months, but if I called him right now, I'd be like, "Yo, dude, how you been?" You know,
Yeah.
like
And
there's.
that's the best type of friend.
Yeah.
And that's true friends.
Yeah.
Like my bestest friend in the world, if I could not talk to her for a year, and right when I talk to her, it's like we never stop
Right.
talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the best. You know, friends who are like, well, they get butthurt, like, oh, I haven't talked to you. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, this is weird. Like, this is too
No,
much pressure, and like we're not
it's-
actually
yeah.
friends.
You're
Right.
supposed
I need
to make my
chill
life
people.
easy, like not.
Yeah, you're like supposed to be there for me. Like we are like doing different things. We have crazy lives. It's like if we lose contact, I need to know that when we gain
Right.
it again, you're gonna be there for me.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's like, there are some needy friends out there, but yeah.
But that's they're not friends for a long time
Yeah.
because I like don't put up with them.
Yeah.
Like I can't.
You're
do
like,
this.
it's too
I'm
much.
sorry. I don't need a boyfriend in my like friends.
Oh
like
my gosh, yeah.
I.
No.
already have a boyfriend.
Yes, I have a boyfriend, so it's,
What do we got next? How many we got? That was a long question.
yeah.
Yeah, we have one more question.
And another one. We got
Honeypot.
paragraphs.
Oh wow, they're just telling everything. Okay,
Yep.
here we go.
We need the full details. And by the way, if you guys want to send in your stories, your diary entries, you can at diary@ohoneydiary.com. All right, go ahead, Summer. Question number 2.
I got in a huge fight with my best friends 2 months ago over something stupid that had been building up, and we haven't spoken since. We've been best friends for 10 years, and something really stupid happened, and I blew it up because I was mad. But I didn't. I thought, dude, this morning me and Amanda both cannot read. I think it's the morning time. Did anyone else
Where's
like
our
hate
tea?
reading loud?
No,
Like,
I love it.
dude, in high school, like. When I had to get read aloud, I would like sweat and like hyperventilate and like
Is that how you feel right
yeah,
now?
I'm like my heart's beating
You're like,
so
oh
fast.
God,
Like,
oh
I'm
God,
like, don't
oh
stop,
God.
don't
You're
stop.
not retaining any of this information. Also,
No, I read it before.
Okay.
I always read it before.
All right.
Because I have to practice.
I was about to say.
I like rehearse it. I'm like,
I'll summarize it for you after. Just in
but
case.
really, I think I was just threatened by her, and I interpreted it as something she did wrong instead of realizing that I was just scared. Basically, I thought she was using me to get closer to a guy she likes, but I realized I was just being jealous because I liked the guy. Now I totally regret cutting her off. I'm not sure how to ask her to be my friend again. I'm actually not even sure she will be open to being friends again. If it feels like a breakup, should I move on or try to make up? They don't have any names on this one because remember they used to sign it with their names.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like this goes back to, this is similar to like you said, a relationship, where it's like you get in a relationship and you don't talk to someone, you lose your friends basically, And what I did, because I got in a 2-year relationship and I lost contact with a lot of friends, I was just honest. I reached out to them. I said, hey, sorry, I haven't spoken to you in like 2 years. I was in a relationship, and I'd love to like rekindle our friendship and hang out sometime and grab coffee. Just like honest.
Straightforward, yeah.
Straightforward, like, and if they're not about it, then there's nothing you can do. All you can control is you, right? So like, you did your part. Be honest and say, just be honest. Be like, hey, I'm so sorry for what went down. I overreacted. I, liked the guy that you were into, and I'm really upset that like it cost us our friendship, but I'm willing to move past that and like be friends with you. And yeah, as long as you're not gonna be like still liking the guy.
I think what really it comes down to is like how mature the other person is.
Yeah.
Because me, I'm like mature when it comes, like if someone came to me and apologized and I was like, well, they really meant it, and I'm probably gonna forgive them. We're gonna be friends again. But it's like some girls, I have lost friendships over the stupidest stuff.
Really?
And it's like, oh
But
my
is that
God,
a
like
pride
why are
thing?
you even mad? No, but it's like me, like I lost a friend the other day because
The other
It
was
the
me.
other day, because okay, so we like, it's like that friendship is like, hey, let's hang out like double day, like let's hang out like when you're not busy, whatever. So we always like I would invite her to hang out and stuff, and then 5 minutes before I thought she was texting me to say she's here, but she'd always be like, she's like, oh hey, we're tired, we can't come. And I'm fine, I'm so chill, I'm not gonna get mad. I'm like, you know what, whatever. I mean, I was kind of bummed because it's like we wanted to hang out, whatever. But I'm not gonna freak out, okay? So one day I messaged her on IG. I was like, hey, if you wanna come over tonight or whatever. She's like, no, I can't tonight, but maybe tomorrow. So it was kind of like maybe
Leading
tomorrow.
you,
I wasn't
stringing
thinking,
you along.
I wasn't really thinking it was like set plans, right?
Yeah.
So then she texted me, and then I texted her. I was like, oh, sorry, I have a birthday party tonight. Like, I can't really actually hang out tonight because I didn't think it was like set plans.
Yeah.
She texted me this long paragraph saying, I thought we were real friends. You're so LA. All this stuff. I was like, I was literally
What?
like mind
Such
After
mad.
she canceled on you twice.
She's canceled on me all the time, like 5 minutes before she was supposed to be at my
Yeah.
house. We didn't have set plans, and I said, sorry, I can't hang tonight. I have a birthday party to go to. Freaked out on me. Freaked out on
Sent
me.
you a paragraph?
She sent me like a paragraph like this, like saying that, oh my God, I thought we could be actually real friends. I was like, what the hell? So I'm just saying, like, and I texted her back. I was like, oh my, she never has talked to me again. I was like, I didn't do anything wrong. Like, and that would not like bother me. So that's the type of person that like, she's very immature and like petty, that like stupid stuff. So you do something little, you say you're sorry, she's not gonna forgive you. So it's like the type of person, like me, I'm very understanding, and I'm not immature in like a friendship way where it's like, you come to me, you do something, you honestly like genuine and are
Get
really
on
sorry.
your knees.
Get on your knees, bring me flowers, bitch. I need coffee. And then I'm fine. But like it's just like certain type of personalities. Like,
And it goes down to like, does the person bring you value? You know what I'm saying? Like, why be friends with someone if there's no value?
when girls like I'm like rejection, I'm like, ugh.
You're like, ow.
I'm like all of a sudden no.
She was depressed for weeks, probably.
I know,
after
I'm
that.
like the whole birthday, the whole dinner, I'm like
Thinking about it.
I'm like, wow.
Well, nobody
like,
likes getting yelled at. Like, that's the
no
thing.
one likes being like, what? No one likes those texts. Like, dude,
Yeah.
and they cut you off guard. Like, I thought she was going, okay.
Oh, I'll never
have
respond
fun,
to those, ever.
What
I-
about,
and then she
I've
says
gotten
that, I'm like,
paragraphs
oh my
before
gosh.
like that too. I'm like, this is so dramatic over
Yeah.
something so
But
little.
she's also a girl
like-
that after we hung out, she did her hair like me. She painted on freckles. Like, I think that she had like
So
a
there's an
slight
underlying.
obsession.
Okay.
She's like, Summer.
She's like, Sommer, I actually hate you. She did her hair back.
But I want to wear your skin.
Look, can I be you? But also,
Wow. Well, that's a
That was
good thing
aggressive.
that you guys
I
just
know.
hang
But
out.
after that, I was kind of like, okay, this is a little weird, but I'm still gonna be your friend because she's sweet. But then I'm like, okay, I'm happy.
Well, good riddance on that
I'm so
one.
happy. I hope she doesn't like see this.
Get a
podcast.
restraining order while you're at it.
She like watches this
that'll be
podcast. She's
good.
like, ah,
Yeah. Oh, you know she's watching it because she wants to wear your freckles.
Yeah.
she doesn't wear your freckles. So like, you know, like
That's the
when
thing.
you can like tell people are like doing things that you do, and it's like my mom has always told me because it's happened my whole life. It's like it's a form of flattery, but it's just at the same time,
Imitation, yeah.
it's kind of annoying. I'm like,
I agree. I've had situations where someone did that, and I'm just like, why?
They
Like, why
start
can't you-
spiking their hair and
like,
doing
not like,
like they
not,
tips.
no, not
Justin
like
Bieber did it.
appearance-wise.
Try to be me.
I'm done.
Try to be me. But like they
Yeah.
copied your like personality.
No, it was more work related, like bought the same camera as me, bought the same camera bag, bought the same tripod, bought the same like
Did the
computer.
same coloring.
Like when I bought a car, they bought a car, and I'm just like, dude.
It's so,
It's
so
like,
annoying.
this is a little obvious.
Yeah.
It's so annoying because like being on Instagram and like a lot of girls like want to look like me and stuff, and it's just like I see girls copy me every single second. They do like everything. It just makes me feel like basic because it's like I started this shit, like I do everything so different, and then now it's basic because a lot of people don't know who I am, so they see the girls you're so cool and creative and look what you're doing. It's like, no, she's copying me.
Do something different now. Switch it up.
I always have to switch it up, but there's not much to switch up.
I don't know if I should feel sad, but I've never had that issue.
That's good.
Somebody trying to beat me.
Because I literally always I'm happy but also sad, but also like I always like my message to people is I want them to be you. Like I want people to be themselves. Like you can look up to people and you can be inspired, but you don't have to copy them. Like what makes that you? Like because it's also the
I think you draw inspiration from a variety of people. That's what I do when I made my content. I was like, oh, I like Casey Neistat, I like Devin Supertramp, I like David Dobrik.
But you don't copy it 100%.
No, of course you
These
blend
girls are like
things
literally
that you like
doing
from each
everything
person.
the same.
Yeah.
But I guess, like, for me, if I were to see somebody do something similar, it wouldn't really affect me because I'd be like, no, I do it like nobody could do what I do.
Like you do, yeah.
So it's fine.
But it's a little different with appearance and pictures. Like no one can copy your personality and like what you're doing, but they can copy your look pretty much to the T. I mean, look at how many little Kim Kardashians there are. Yeah. I see literally girls that I think that they are Kim. I'm like,
no, there's actually like a Kim K. Like she's famous for being
No,
like
I saw
Kim
her
K.
at Coachella. I've met her before, but I saw her. I was like, oh my god, that's Kim. Like she looks like her to the T.
Gotcha.
I can't.
There's a J-Lo too.
There's
a J-Lo, in LA.
There's a Bieber too. I saw him at Coachella.
Oh, really? There's Jesus
maybe it was
also. Hollywood Boulevard.
So I mean, I think that just comes with like being popular. People are always going to be a certain type of person's always going to be obsessed, and they're going to do stuff. So you kind of just got to embrace it. But the immaturity in me sometimes is like.
But going back to the question.
Nobody can have these eyebrows.
Just be honest. Yeah.
What'd you say?
I said, but going back to answer the question.
Oh, right.
Just be honest.
Just be honest.
In a roundabout way.
Yeah.
Just be honest.
Yeah, and if she it goes back to depends on the friend and how close they are. If she's a really, really good friend and you guys are really like this and that's a person you want in your life, she will forgive you.
Yeah.
Because like we all up sometimes. Like me and Amanda just fist fight yesterday.
Yeah, just slapped her around a bit.
And now look at us.
My vegan muscles.
Because it's two creatives, Huh? Well, you guys are two creatives and you probably have different visions.
Oh, we're so different.
Yeah. But that makes it fun because like if we were the same and we had the same opinion about everything, it'd be really boring.
I just like, it's cool when somebody's just like you and you get along great, that's great. But if somebody's just agreeing with you all the time and not challenging you, like that's like not as exciting.
Of course, yeah.
No one wants the yes man. I mean, you kind of want one, but it's not good for you.
Yeah, actually,
truth hurts.
I get a little bit with it. Somebody that just says yes all the time, like, it drives me crazy.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, this isn't real. Like
I'm like, you don't actually care about me.
Yeah, it just like stresses me out more. I feel like I'd rather have somebody like be a drill sergeant to me, or just like be like, oh Amanda, like you look really bad today, or like, oh your content's really shitty right now.
People I've ever met is like like stylists, like gay stylists, they're always so honest. Like I need one with me. Like literally, I will like ask 100 people, does this look good? They're like, yes. I ask them, they're like, oh no, honey. And they literally, and I think like their honest is actually real.
But that goes. But all right, so this in a relationship is like where do you draw the line? Because obviously you want, like, what if I said?
With guys it's a whole different thing. If I ask my boyfriend if I look good and then he says no, like what?
Yeah. Well, I think there's times when like if she's all dressed up, ready to go, there's no change in anything that's going on, then she's like, how do I look? Great.
Did you guys
beautiful,
hear
stunning.
Like, would you rather and be honest?
There's this whole thing, this news thing.
Like.
Sorry, I'm like,
she wants to talk about the news thing.
I was just like scrolling through Instagram and like there's like breaking news. This girl assaulted and like hurt her boyfriend so bad because they're at the movies and she asked if she looked pretty and the boyfriend didn't answer. Did you guys not hear it? He was like silent because he didn't answer.
It sounds like a fake news meme.
No,
almost.
it's like it was
You're right.
real.
It sounds real.
There's a whole
But
report.
also it could happen.
There's a whole report on it. It was like a breaking news type thing. Like I was like, oh my
believe
god.
it.
Oh, that's sad. Yeah, it should never get like that.
Yeah.
But I would say if like there's no changing what it is, like I think a little white lie is fine.
Okay.
Like, cause
What if I like your hair up and you wear it down?
be like, say I like your hair. That's good.
Okay.
Because it's also you're delivering a compliment with like it's like a little backhanded compliment.
Yeah.
Which is girls like those.
Okay.
Actually, so those are great.
But then you're just gonna see the girl wear her hair down all the time.
All
and
the
she's
time.
Like, oh, well, he likes it.
But
But
Yeah, I mean, if that works for the guy and she likes that too. So, I mean, I think girls usually dress for themselves or other girls.
Other girls, to impress other girls. That's
Yeah.
what I was
it's
thinking
so
about.
funny because girls
Yeah.
never dress like.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe some do, but like the majority of girls dress for themselves or other girls. Like
Yeah.
they're like, I hope other girls like my outfit.
Yeah. No, it's like
Because guys don't really care. Guys are so like one-sided. They're like, she's hot. I don't care what she's wearing. I want her to be naked.
Unless it's like Valentine's Day, like
Right.
evening
Or the
time.
lingerie,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's for
But
that's
other than
for
that,
you.
I feel like guys still take it off. They're like, I don't really care about this. I'm like, I just got so much money on Victoria's Secret. What the fuck?
You could literally just spend like $1 on a bra, $1 and they'll be
They
like,
don't care.
ooh, she dressed up for me. Like,
You just like put like some pasties on and like
yeah,
some
they're
glitter.
like, ooh, pasties, ooh, duct tape.
like a little bit of
Honestly, it
scotch
works.
tape over the
Yeah,
tit.
yeah. It's like the little things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
guys are not very hard to please.
Yeah.
honestly.
No.
I just think, I don't know, I just don't want a guy telling me I look horrible before I walk out the door. Like,
I'm
that's
not
just
gonna say you look horrible.
Your
Yeah.
confidence is
You can do
gone.
better.
Your whole night's ruined. You
I
can't
know,
change
like-
anything because
'cause,
you're
like,
already
the one
late.
person that should always
Like,
make you feel is your boyfriend should always make you feel like you're the most beautiful girl in the world.
yeah,
That's just
that's,
life.
that's
Like,
the job there. Well, I think that's good. I think we pretty much hit all points on that one.
Hells yeah.
Heck yeah. Well, thank you, Mark. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me
We'll
on.
put all your links below where you can check out Mark Dohner. He's
A-list
amazing.
celebrity.
He's on Instagram. You have your own podcast.
I do. Living large. If you
Living
guys want to come
large.
check
Oh,
it
his
out. I need
podcast.
to have you guys on the podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we want to
well-
live large.
We won't talk
We
about
wanna go
relationships
see.
though.
what are you gonna talk about?
Talk about money.
Yeah.
Wow.
Living large.
Mo money, mo problems.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you download this on Spotify, iTunes Store. Is
And
it the iTunes
subscribe.
Store?
Yeah, wherever
Apple
you
Store.
listen.
Apple Store.
Wherever you listen to
and
podcasts.
subscribe to
Apple
our
Podcasts.
YouTube channel. Thumbs
Yeah.
up. Love us forever.
Do it all, and don't forget to send in your stories at diary@ohoneydiary.com. Love you. Mwah.
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 Oh, honey.
Oh, honey.
Oh, honey.
Diary LLC makes no warranty or guarantee as to the accuracy or sufficiency of the information featured in this podcast. The information and recommendations presented in this podcast are general opinions only.
This podcast should not be considered professional or expert advice. Reliance on the information provided in this podcast is done at your own discretion.
Oh, honey.